Good morning, Suidlanders. How are you? We hope that you're well. I'd like to make a quick video sharing a nice anecdote with you. I recently learned that the phrase, the term Christian nationalism is now being used in the USA as a pejorative, as a derogatory term, as an insult. As in, lefties will say, he's a Christian nationalist, evil. In other words, you believe and you stick to the idea through the circumstances of your life. You stick to this thing. You don't relinquish it. The idea that Christianity is worth being a guiding light in your political life. In other words, Christianity is so powerful, so valid, so meaningful that you apply the principles of your personal faith to your political engagement with the world. The same with nationalism. It is very difficult to find a word that matches the word volk, the Afrikaans word volk, or the Germanic word volk in English, but nationalism means something like that. Nation, not country, not state, not republic, not citizen. Nation, my nation. People with whom I have common racial, ethnic, historical experience, cultural, traditional norms. Norms is, as you know, Roman Dutch law remains to this day the predominant influence on Western legal systems. And in Roman Dutch law, there are 3 words that describe all of any given community or society or nation's values. There are norms. What you do. It is my norm to celebrate Easter. It is my norm to eat with a knife and fork. It is my norm to want to expand and develop and build roads and hospitals and so on. Mores, what you believe to be right and wrong. So, for instance, we know that in certain cultures, I'm not going to mention one because my video might be taken down, but it has in the past been an acceptable practice to take young girls for wives. And still today, we would say that is wrong. According to our mores, you can see the root for the word morals there. No. To have 9 wives. No. Okay, so norms, mores, and values. Values refers to what you cherish, what you believe to be superior and beautiful and wonderful, and it goes so much beyond that. This is a very limited definition, but we value, let's say, classical music, high art, ballet, by an order of magnitude of 10, probably the most superior architecture, design, building, what have you. Right. So, in terms of our norms, mores, and values, and culture, and history, and tradition, and what have you, we find a nation. And that is, historically, that was in a given geographical area. Right. So, we are now hearing that the phrase Christian nationalism is a pejorative. When I accompanied Henri Coetzee to the USA in 2017, in what turned out to be a 6-month tour, when we first got there, we were quite taken aback by the broad spectrum of doctrines and beliefs of the people to whom we were speaking. in the speaking engagements that we gave across the length and the breadth of the USA, many of the people were, what do you call these guys? Not heathens, man. Sure, but not New Ages. That's not the word I'm looking for. Oh, dear me, what preceded Christianity in Europe? There's a word for it. Anyway, they believe in Odin. And they worship Odin. Some. Maybe, I don't know, 5%. Something. And then all the way across to hardcore Christian conservatives. And so, we had to define our beliefs quite accurately for their benefit. They wanted to know about farm murders, they wanted to know about Suidlanders, but what do you guys believe at the end of the day? And there were two things that were absolutely alien to them. Number one, the idea that socialism can be a force for good. Number two, let me give you an example for those people who don't know this, but if you're a South African, you really, really, really should. Many of the initiatives of the government of South Africa during apartheid and prior to apartheid, when we were not yet a republic, and apartheid was not an official concept, even prior to that, the government became dominated by conservatives, even though we were theoretically part of the British Empire and the Commonwealth, all of that. Many of the initiatives and projects cross the line of global understanding of what is socialism, or traditional Western understanding of what is socialism. In other words, there were many projects in South Africa, particularly to benefit the Afrikaners because of how devastated they had been by the Boer War, to give them a foot up, and rightly so. Many projects which, in the typical understanding of the West, would qualify as socialist. Such projects didn't exist, have never existed, or haven't typically existed in the USA. Because they would be seen as socialist in the past. The other thing that we really had to explain to people is Christian nationalism. Okay, so this term Christian nationalism, I can tell you now, Andre and I never met one single person in the USA who ever used that term, who initiated the use of that term in a conversation, in a dialogue, or who understood the term when we first used it. So the long and the short, the gist of this video is to say to you guys, it's heartwarming to know that we have shared with the world a concept with which it was alien, but which has now gained so much ground that the left is using it against the Christ, against the nation, against the right wing, against the conservatives. Oh, you're a Christian nationalist, you know. And that's it, guys. Yeah, it's lekker. It's like whenever I see Americans use the word trek, or if I used to follow British football very closely, or closely enough, every time I heard an announcer speak of the kop, at a Liverpool football match, and there are other examples as well, my breast would swell with pride. Oh, dear me. Yeah, so it's just another example along those lines. I hope that you appreciated this video. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you.